Welcome back to the Global Fantasy Sports Forum, and now we're going to be looking at the prospects of Beau Fermor in NRL Fantasy and NRL Supercoach. He plays for the Gold Coast Titans, and this is an interesting case because he's coming off an ACL injury, which he sustained in the pre-season of 2023. So, it's been about 12 months now, and he's definitely going to be ready and really keen to get back onto the field. I've read some reports, read some stories of Beau Fermor apparently being one of the fittest players at the Gold Coast Titans, and it's going to be interesting to see how he backs up. But I think you've got two cases here for NRL Fantasy and NRL Supercoach, and I think you'll see soon why he'll be better in one format of the game as opposed to the other. Now, if you guys haven't done so yet, if you guys enjoy our content, like our video, subscribe to Global Fantasy Sports Forum, where we're covering the prospects of Ryan Papenhuyzen in our last NRL Fantasy and Supercoach video, so go check it out if you're interested in that type of player. But yeah, let's get into Beau Fermor here. And for NRL Fantasy, if you have a look at all the edge players, he hasn't really dropped a ton of value. He's coming in priced at $660,000, and he's pretty much in the top 15 most expensive edge players. Now, it's a similar case to Ryan Papenhuyzen. For Supercoach, he's got a more expensive price tag than he does in NRL Fantasy, and in Supercoach, he was also one of the top 15 priced fullbacks as well. So it's very interesting to see here. You can obviously see only 1% of NRL Fantasy players have picked him up. So in NRL Fantasy at 660k, it is a bit of a risk. I mean, you can probably definitely get more value elsewhere in the edge position, but I mean, if you look at his career so far, 2020 and 2021, he was trying to really break out into the Gold Coast first team, and as a result, he was a good cash cow back then. Averaging in the mid 30s. He really broke out once he secured the second row spot in 2022 and was averaging close to 52 points per game for NRL Fantasy. So, he's got potential. He's a great, workhorse. He's a good runner of the ball as well. And, he scored 11 tries in 2022. He's definitely somebody that the Titans will look to utilize in attack. And, but, it's really quite a risk for me. 660k, you can definitely choose better players elsewhere. So, for me, is Beau Fermor somebody you'd want to look at for NRL Fantasy? Probably not. And, as evidenced by that 1% selection, he could end up being a good player of difference. Who knows? But at this stage, it's a bit too risky. Maybe you want to give it a month or so before you look to bring him in. Now, looking into the Supercoach side of things, you can see it's quite a different story here. Beau Fermor, he's $467,300. So if I put it up the Supercoach here, I've got him in my squad at the moment at this stage. He's got an 18% ownership compared to the 1%. And if we have a look at how he performed in previous seasons, during his stellar 2022 season, he was averaging 65, and then as he was trying to break out, he was averaging into the 40s as well. For me, he's going to be much better value in Supercoach, and he's going to be a much better prospect in Supercoach than NRL Fantasy. I feel like he's going to be able to make some good money, and in Supercoach he should be able to retain some good value and really score well, in my opinion. The Titans, they have a very talented forward pack with Big Tino. You got Fodawaka, David Fafita, you got Keenan Palacio looking to potentially break through as well. Beau Fermor, to me, he's probably going to be a glue guy for the Gold Coast Titans, and I honestly feel like in Supercoach, he's pretty close to essential. I wouldn't say he's a must-have, but I'd definitely place him 7 out of 10. If you are looking for good value in the edges, for me, he is a 7 out of 10 player that you'd want to potentially rate him in terms of bringing him in or not. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Beau Fermor. Is he going to be somebody that we should look into? Is he going to have a good bounce back season coming off injury? Is he somebody that we should bring in for Supercoach? I don't think he's worth bringing in for NRL Fantasy. I'm happy to hear people's opinions if they feel he's worthy for fantasy, but should we bring him in for Supercoach? And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Discuss away. Take care.